on play-by-play commentary, joined by Griffin, Stevenson, shout out to Jack Warner, and James Burley on production here as we take you live to the Rose Hill Gymnasium. Irina More is everything that she is, built to beat 4-0 Fordham Rams.
Well, Madi, we mentioned before this game, you and I talking that this Fordham team likes to hustle, and it was a sloppy
Sloppy one there. As Taylor Davis in transition, taking the words out of Stevenson's mouth. Davis. Cross-court pass inside to Irina Murua. And that's a good 6-0 run for the Fordham Rams. Now McGillivray will need his first time out here as Fordham is setting the pace in this one early, Griff.
Well, what a pass there from Taya Davis. Taya Davis coming off a 13-assist performance in their last matchup. Fordham Rams, you couldn't come up with a better way to start this game, Madi.
And exactly, as we inch closer and closer to 8-10 play, I want to apologize for the technical difficulties there. Fordham Rams and LaSalle Explorers. LaSalle coming in here on a 3-game losing streak. It's been all downside for them last time out. They took yet another loss, and they now find themselves at 8-21 on the season. They come to the Rose Hill Gymnasium looking for anything. A lifeline is much needed, and back in the starting line for the Fordham Rams, it's none other than Taylor Donaldson. She gets the nod today. She does have the face mask on, and she did suffer an injury in practice, but that has been a long time ago. She is now back out there with Irina Murua, Kayla Berry, Rose Nelson, Taya Davis, and rounding out the 5, it's going to be Rose Nelson there. So again, Fordham starting this one big, Griff.
Yeah, I mean, Madi, we mentioned we didn't get the opportunity before the game due to technical difficulties, but for them it is senior night tonight, so we'd be remiss if we didn't mention those seniors that have been a crucial part of this team for a long time, especially in this era of college basketball. I feel like you don't often see as much loyalty from players as this Fordham Rams team has been fortunate enough to have.
We did have an opportunity to talk with head coach Bridgette Mitchell before the game as she spoke more and more extensively about those seniors. Ladies and gentlemen, take a listen. Coming at you live with head coach Bridgette Mitchell ahead of the Fordham Rams taking on the LaSalle Explorers. We just had the opportunity to talk about, I would say, the rather sentimental value of having 3 seniors here. But Coach, from your perspective, sitting on the sidelines watching these senior plays, what do you take away from their presence and what they've been able to bring to your basketball program?
Definitely. They've come to Fordham when we're in a unique state, right? It's a building time. And for them to come in and want to lay the foundation and be strong bricks for our program, it means the world to me as their leader, but then to their teammates that they see every single day coming in and work and put in the work. It's admirable and inspirational for sure.
Building off of that, senior, you mentioned Taya Davis, guard, coming off of a 20-point, 13-assist game. How important is it to see those players getting hot as the season comes winding to a close?
Yeah, this is the time where everyone talks about, you want to peak now as you're gearing up for a tournament. I think that for our team, we've been on a roller coaster.
And that's a little bit from head coach Bridgette Mitchell. Again, ladies and gentlemen, for those just joining us, it is senior night here in the Rose Hill Gymnasium. Call it Rose Thrill. So much history. And the 3 seniors for this one, Taya Davis, Taylor Donaldson, and Irene Murua, they've left so much of a mark and continued upon that majestic history. The maroon and white is what they bleed, and they left a lot of blood here in their time here at Fordham. Again, 8-12 in the first quarter, 6-0 for the Fordham Rams. Hot start for them. Now McGillivray comes into the Rose Hill Gymnasium with a vengeance. Again, it's been a very, very tough season for the LaSalle Explorers. And last time out, they weren't able to get it against Fordham. This is their second meeting, Griff.
Yeah, weren't able to get it done last time out. You mentioned it was a sloppy affair, Madi, and I think Fordham is built for those type of games. Obviously, mentioned the seniors, Taya Davis, Irene Mora, the graduate student. Irene's always hustling, and Taya Davis can always get the steals, Madi.
Again, LaSalle. Since that Fordham lost, they suffered losses to both Rhode Island and St. Bonaventure as they come into Rose Hill with a vengeance here. As McToole loses her dribble to Rose Nelson, and Fordham once again in transition. Here comes the stampede as Taylor Donaldson receives the dribble handoff. 7:55 left in quarter number 1. Cross-court pass to Taya Davis. Thinks about the 3, hits her with the floater. That's going to be no good. Ball is bobbled around, and Deliba, that's going to be Mackenzie Deliba, is able to come up for it.
Well, we mentioned the sloppiness potential of this game, and as we mentioned, Rose Nelson already hustling, getting a steal there.
Top of the key. A steal pass there by Kayla Berry. It leaves Magassa to hit the 15-footer there. Aisha Magasa also had herself a very nice game last time out against Fordham. 6-2, LaSalle able to get on the board.
Kayla Berry getting a little excited there. Sometimes as a player, you just so desperately want that steal. Cost her that time.
Berry, top of the key, inside dump to Irina Murwa, working on Deliba. Faces the double team, puts up the shot, and that's going to be no good. Deliba, with his second rebound. It's just a couple of actions of play. 7:05 left to go in quarter number 1. Tyranisha Bowers, she gets the start today as the flow is up, and it's going to be no good there. But the blocking foul is called on Kayla Berry, much to her dismay, yells out the expletive. 6:56 left to go in quarter number 1. 6-2, possession will stay here with LaSalle.
Yeah, one thing that is of note, one thing to look for if you're the Rams defense, Aise Magasa was open there behind the line of this Fordham Rams defense. If she could have been found, could have been an easy look. So if you're Fordham, you really got to look around, pick up the woman that you're guarding, and make sure you're locked down because you don't want the gaps in your defense to be exploited here tonight.
Bowers gets the gentleman roll around the basket, bringing the score down to 3 for LaSalle. Aisha Magasa, yes, Griffin, certainly not one to leave open. 58 offensive rebounds on the season. She's a capable inside presence with a knack for rebound and loose balls, shooting around 44% here for LaSalle. She's a team leader. The second one for Bowers is no good. Mactoon, inside dump, back out to Magasa, working on Veljovic. That's up and that's blocked cleanly as Fordham once again running in transition. 6:40 left in quarter 1. And it's Taylor Donaldson wide open under the basket. Lob pass there by Ataya Davis, but Magasa able to get back into the play, break that one up.
You mentioned Magasa's 58 offensive rebounds. Offensive rebound there for Deleba. She also has 46, so the 1 and 2 offensive rebound leaders here for the Explorers, putting in work so far.
Shea Harris into the game for the first time. Taylor Donaldson, again, dealing with that face injury. She's going to take some time off on the bench as Murwa faces up on Deliba. Back out top to Davis. Wilson Santos finds the ball amongst the double team, and she's able to get it up and over the rim. 8-3, Fordham still with the advantage.
Great pass there by Taya Davis, just wrapping that left hand around. Perfect bounce pass, and nothing LaSalle could do there.
And Davis nearly comes up with the steal, gets a little bit too much toe on out of bounds line. Taking it away from Joan Quinn. Joan Quinn, last time out back in Philadelphia, got a lot of action spin from head coach Mountain McGillivray. Gave her the nod, and she sees herself finding herself in heavy minutes here. Tyranisha Bowers taking a seat into the game for the first time. Jolene Armendariz, graduate guard, 6 foot out of Hemet, California. She's a steady perimeter presence with plug-and-play capability. Over 27 assists in the team. She's good for 4th for LaSalle there. It's Mactoon taking control for the Explorers. Rises up over Harrison. It's short, but she's able to grab her own rebound. Not able to get the foul. And Wilson Salter snatching it out of the sky.
Well, Madi, we mentioned it could be sloppy. It's like pinball so far in that possession. Bouncing off the backs of players. It's all over the place. Fordham just needs to look to calm it down here, I think.
Harris takes a quick fire 3. No think about that one. That's going to be short here. And it's going to be Ellis Mactoon alone in transition. Fakes out Harris, puts up the shot. But not before Harris could foul her. She's going to go to the free throw line. 5:38 here left to go in quarter number 1. 8-3. Fordham still with the 5-point advantage.
You know, I actually like that from Shea Harris. I think fouling there, you don't want the easy basket. She got herself in kind of an unfortunate position there after the 3. Make them earn their points at the line.
Eris Mactoon here at the line again. Had herself a very big offensive outing. It was a very, very tough game for her, despite the fact, much to her dismay, she didn't have the cleanest of games and efficient from the floor, as well as poor ball security. Had 10 turnovers by herself. LaSalle giving up the basketball 8 times in that final quarter, which was able to give Fordham the advantage. She misses the first free throw here. There's Mactoon, puts up the second, and that's also going to be no good. Yet another rebound here for Anastasia Veljovic. 5:30 left in the quarter number 1. 8-3 Fordham, up 5. Davis working on Quinn. Loop around past it. Irene Murwa, who's able to get around Deliba and extend this Fordham lead. 10-3 all Rams.
I mean, if you look up facilitator in the dictionary, I think a picture of Tay Davis is going to show up. She is moving the ball around like 2016 Cheeto Hill's the mellow ball, Madi.
Mactoon able to get it up and over the impressive contest of Wilson Saltos there. 10-5 now for the Fordham Rams. 5 minutes exactly to go in quarter number 1. And again, Davis working slowly on Quinn. And Quinn's going to pick up the foul there under the basket. Got a little bit too much arm contact on Davis on the shot attempt. So again, Fordham's going to go here at the line. Already up 5, 10-5, 4:58 left to go in the first.
I think if you had some popcorn right now, it would start popping because Taya Davis has been a microwave so far to start this game. I mean, it seems like everything she does, she's putting the right foot forward, making the quick dribble move, and it's really forcing the LaSalle Explorers to adjust defensively and kind of get caught out of position, which she has been taking advantage of expertly by finding the open player.
She's done an excellent job within the absence of Taylor Donaldson last game out against LaSalle. She puts up 20 and 13 assists. That's a career high for her. LaSalle quickly making it over the 10-second line. Sloppy with the basketball. And Fordham once again in transition. Taya Davis over Quinn, puts the shot up, and it's going to be short. Wilson Santos underneath the basket as he hits the ground hard. And that's going to be called a foul on Fordham, as Santos takes one too many tumbles to the floor. Not able to put the ball on the floor. 10-5. Still a 5-point advantage for Fordham. Substitution galore. Carissa Antoine suffering an injury 2 games ago. She's back in here. Had to be taken out on crutches. Griffin Stevenson, but she gets her first action since. She's going to step in for Irene Murua.
2 games ago on crutches, and she's already back. I think she must be drinking her milk. You know what I'm saying? That bone health. But this is a textbook Fordham game to start, I feel like. Just all hustle, and it's paying off so far.
Camilla DePool also in the game for the first time as LaSalle breaks the Fordham press, and it's going to be Bowers top of the key, guarded by Veljovic. 4:25 left in quarter number 1, 10-5, Fordham. Doubling the output of LaSalle. Bowers thinks about the 3. 6 seconds left on the clock. Armendariz tries to go alone on Veljovic, and she gets the travel call. Happy feet on that one. Fordham with yet another great defensive possession.
That's the first time in a while in this game that we've seen an offense be able to set up against a fully set up defense. Been super fast paced so far. I'd like to see both teams be able to just run their offense.
Harris working on Mactoon all the way to the basket, and again she draws a foul. Fordham here with yet another opportunity to collect points while the clock is stopped. They're feeling good. 10-5, 4:02 left on the clock. Shay Harris with the wrap on her right hand, but she had herself a ball against LaSalle. 16 big points. She couldn't be stopped, and she hit the big-time game winner as the first free throw is off.
The difference between this Fordham team now and at the beginning of the season is this Fordham team attacks. As soon as they get the ball, they're headed straight to the basket, Madi.
And Shay Harris hits the second free throw. It is good. Pashilak facing the double team. Harris and Veljovic hounding her for the basketball. She's forced to give it up to Mactoon, near side wing. Beats Harris off the dribble, gets it up, and no good. Wilson Santos with the contest there, as Harris pulls down the rebound and takes it over the maroon script.
I believe that's the 60th offensive rebound this season for Magassa. Big milestone for her.
Antoine playing hot potato, looking for the release there. Veljovic taking it back. Top of the key, guarded by Bowers, denies the Santos screen, goes it alone, throws up the wild shot. As bodies hit the floor for the basketball, and it appears that Bowers is going to come up with it as they force the 30-second violation there on Fordham. Excuse me, I believe it was a jump ball there.
Right there, I want to highlight Carissa Antoine, because even though she lost the ball and was honestly beginning her run back down the court to play defense, as soon as there was a chance of her maybe winning it, she was on the floor diving for it right away. And I think that's what Coach B has really tried to instill and done a good job of instilling in this team. That hustle, that drive. I know we sound like a broken record when we say it, but Coach B put some grit in these players, Madi.
Carissa Antoine, freshman forward, 5'11" out of Pattersonville, New York. Again, she's an athlete. Again, we talked about her being injured 2 games ago against Duquesne. Hit the ground extremely hard here in the Rose Hill Gymnasium. Had to be taken out on crutches, but she is back. And as you said, hustle and grit. She looks great for it. 3:18 left here. 11-5. Fordham up 6. First time out under 5. We're going to take a quick break from the Rose Hill Gymnasium. We will be right back on WFUV Sports.
Hey, this is Chris Carino, Fordham and WFUV class of 1992. WFUV is your home for all things Fordham athletics, with live coverage of Fordham football, Fordham men's and women's basketball, in addition to our Saturday show, One on One. Stay right here on 90.7 FM for all things WFUV Sports.
Hey guys, it's Rose Nelson from Fordham Women's Basketball. You can catch all our games this season on WFUV Sports YouTube page. Follow along as we chase the Atlantic 10 title. WFUV is the home of Fordham Women's Basketball.
Back like we never left here from the Rose Hill Gymnasium. The Fordham Rams look to defend home court against the Salle Explorers. Both teams now coming out of their timeouts. I'm Madi Dembele on play-by-play commentary, joined by the oh-so-illustrious, I use that word a lot, but he truly is, Griffin Stevenson on color analysis. Again, Griffin, Fordham taking firm control of this one. You don't get the impression that they're going to let up soon, but again, it was a sloppy affair last time out.
I mean, I think that's Fordham's game plan, trying to make it sloppy as they set up here in the full court press.
And again there, as you said, Griffin, forcing a lot of turnovers here. As Fordham quickly gets the basketball out, McToon throwing the cross-court pass, but it fumbles out of bounds. You see Camilla DePaul hit the floor there. That Fordham heart you talk about, Griff.
Yeah, coming out of the timeouts for both teams when you're set up in the full court press, it's almost like an offensive versus defensive duel, and that time Fordham came out on top.
Harris going by the Wilson Salto step-up screen, misses the gimme at the basket. As McToon and Wilson Saltos hit the ground hard for that basketball. 2:59 under 3 here in the first quarter. 11-5, Fordham still up 6.
I'll tell you what, I would not want to be on the other end of a Wilson Salto screen. That looked tough, and it provided an excellent opportunity for Jay Harris to come around the screen.
Head coach Richard Mitchell with a full team substitution. Harris, Saltos, Veljovic, Antoine, and DePaul will sit. Starters come back in. Donaldson with the quick fire 3 far side. That's going to be no good. And Bowers taking it past the half-court line for the LaSalle Explorers. Guarded by Davis. 2:45 left in the first. Waiting for anything to materialize. It's McToon taking the straightaway mid-range over Nelson. That's going to be no good. Muruwa tries to keep it in bounds, and it's back out top to McToon. Explorers here with a second chance opportunity. Once again, McToon tries a shot. Hits nothing but backboard. Fordham fumbling around with it, and Muruwa not able to corral it. So, third time may be the charm as the Explorers get yet another crack at this one.
A lot of contested mid-ranges from the Explorers so far to start this game, but I'd like to see them get back into the paint where they've been successful.
Bowers, trigger man, looking for McToon. She takes it, and she finally gets it to go. Third time is indeed the charm there. 11-7 now, 4-point deficit for the Explorers.
All right, McToon, I know you heard me. I apologize. That one looked pure as she hits the corner jumper.
Donaldson receiving the pass in front of the Explorer bench. Around the Muruwa screen. Hesitation, pull up. It's going to be no good from about 17 there. And again, Muruwa into the stands, not able to keep that one alive. As Joan Quinn enters the game, McToon will sit. 2:04 in the first quarter, 11-7 for those just joining in. Bowers going to be the trigger man here for the Explorers. Tries to find an outlet. It's going to be Quinn. Doubled heavy by Donaldson and Berry in the half court. And Nelson there knocking it out of bounds. So they will bring it across the tie line for the Explorers, but LaSalle having a tough time initiating offense.
Yeah, and Coach B loves it on the sideline. You saw as soon as Rose Nelson contested that pass, clapping, letting her player know that they're doing the right thing, Madi.
Now under 2 minutes here for the first quarter. Ball ricochets off the backboard, courtesy of Caleb Barry. It's Fordham once again in transition. Barry receiving the pass from Davis, goes it alone. A lot of contact on that one. Barry going flying into the stands, and Menderes is going to be the culprit there. That's going to be her first there. 1:42 left in quarter one, 11-7. Fordham still up 4. Not much scoring here, but Barry at the free throw line looking to make a change.
It hasn't been the best free throw shooting net for either team. I'd like to see Caleb Barry knock it down, and she gets the first one to go.
Once again, Caleb Barry, 3 points on the night. And the flourishment of her game, again, a junior here at Fordham out of Brooklyn, New York. Positionless player, defensive-minded. Any single thing you can describe her as, that's what she is. She's plugging and playing. As McToon Back over to Bowers, taking it over the tie line. Guarded by Davis. Davis sitting heavy on that right hand. And the three is up. The three is indeed pure for LaSalle. Ivy Fox.
Yeah.
40% from the field goal. She gets it to go.
I was going to say, she's the one player who you don't want to leave open if you're the Fordham Rams. Good start to the game from the behind the three-point arc from the Explorers.
Davis around the Murwa screen. Inside pass to Murwa, working on the smaller Bowers, faces the triple team, but it's no matter. Back on 5 is the Fordham Rams, ladies and gentlemen. Irina Murwa.
If I was a forward in the Atlantic 10, I've had nightmares about her.
McToon into Fox once again, and she's got 5 on the night just like that, as we are now under a minute, 45 seconds to be exact in the first. Taya Davis making it past the maroon script, guarded by Bowers.
Well, it's all forward so far to start this one.
Back into the corner to Donaldson. Nelson getting the touch, top of the key, guarded by Menderiz. A little bit of contact there under the basket as Murwa appeared to be pushed. And it's going to stay here with the Fordham Rams. Excuse me, it's going to go the other way, so the Explorers get away with that one. 26.6 seconds left in the first. And yet another turnover for the Explorers here. McToon with yet another pass, and Fordham doing the same. McToon in transition, past Nelson, and it's up, and it's good. 15-14 with 10 seconds left on the clock. Davis past the 10-second tie line. Final 5 on the clock, directing traffic, waiting for the step-up screen, going around Murwa, working on Bowers. The shot is up, and the shot is no good. Clint's a little too strong there. And just like that, we have a 1-point game as the Explorers find life in the final minute to bring within 1, 15-14. LaSalle in the coffin by yet a single point.
Yeah, I think the Fordham Rams got a little complacent there down the stretch of that first quarter. Let the LaSalle Explorers sneak back up on them. Obviously, you had players like Fox get into the game, hit a big three, immediately get another point there in the paint. You can't allow it to happen if you're the Fordham Rams. We saw it, they're still getting these turnovers no matter what, still going to get those good looks, but it's about slowing the ball down when you have it, because we saw Taya Davis, great steal, but then it's a giveaway that leads to a score. I'd like to see the Fordham Rams set up their offense. I want to see them run the game plan that Coach Mitchell set out for them in practice this week and before the game. Let's have some good quality basketball if you're the Fordham Rams. On the other side, if you're the LaSalle Explorers, I'd say you keep it the opposite. I say you try to suck the Fordham Rams into your game, try to create that chaos, and it'll create those open looks on the perimeter for the knockdown shooters like Ivy Fox.
And again here, Fordham just receiving back Taylor Donaldson from a short stint away, so they're still getting used to injecting her back into the offense. 15-14 is going to be your score for the first. We're going to take a very quick timeout here from the Rose Hoop Gymnasium. Don't go anywhere. We'll be back on WFUV Sports.
What's up, everyone? I'm Lou Orlando.
I'm Nick Guzman.
And I'm Chaz McAdams.
We're your broadcasters for Fordham men's basketball.
Led by Jackie Johnson, Keith Urgo's Rams are looking to make waves in the 100th anniversary season at the Rose Hill Gym.
We've got you covered for the highs, the lows, the X's and O's as Fordham takes on the gauntlet of the A10.
Don't miss a game. 90.7 FM WFUV is the home of Fordham men's basketball.
Hey, it's Chaz McAdams here calling you to tune in to WFUV Sports One-on-One, New York's longest running sports call-in show. With hot takes covering all sports from the 5 boroughs and beyond to interviews with some of the biggest names in sports media. We're live Saturdays on the WFUV Sports YouTube from 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. and then later on 90.7 FM from 11 p.m. to 2 a.m. Come join us next Saturday for One-on-One.
And from the Rose Hoop Gymnasium, we are back like we never left. It's senior night here, Griffin Stevenson. Again, we talked about the large impact that I want to say the older ones of the unit have had here. Taylor Donaldson, her impact cannot be felt enough. She will surely be missed. Taya Davis as well. Again, going back to the last LaSalle game, 20 points, 13 assists, and Alea Mudwa. She's everything that Fordham could have hoped for. She's been billed as a true back-to-the-back center, and that's exactly what she is. Griffin, as the season wanes, their impact going into A10 tournament will surely be felt, and once they're gone, will surely be missed.
Yeah, the thing that I really like about this Fordham Rams core of more experienced players is it's players that you know are committed. Coach Renee Mitchell talked to us about this a little bit. Arena Mora, for all intents and purposes, didn't have to put in full effort. Here, getting her graduate degree, but she has shown up from day one here with the program and given it her all. Taylor Donaldson could have gone anywhere she wanted last season, after last season, the transfer portal. She's wanted to be here. She wanted to commit to this program. Taya Davis been with the program for a long time. These are players that have given their hard work, their sweat, blood, and tears into the Fordham Rams, and it shows.
And here they are, Davis, Mudwa, and Donaldson out with Barry and Nelson. And for LaSalle, Quinn, Fox, Magassa, Bowers, as well as Mac Toon as we resume play, quarter number 2, 9:50 on the clock, 15-14. Fordham up by 1. That's Magassa, Mac Toon throws up the shot. It's going to be no good. Barry playing keep away from Fox as Fordham's going to retain possession. Very eventful start to quarter number 2 again. LaSalle already putting pressure on the basketball as Davis receiving the inbound pass from Barry, making it past the tie line. 9:38 left on the clock. Donaldson receiving the give and go from Davis. Top of the key guarded by Quinn. Inside touch for Rose Nelson, trying to work on the smaller Bowers there. Davis, little curl action with Mudwa. Receives the pass inside, but she's not able to grab it completely. Butterfinger's there, and we're out in transition. Bowers making it over past the maroon script. Bowers guarded by Donaldson, faces the double immediately. Ball is passed inside to Magassa, who gives it up to Mac Toon, who rises up, and no good. It's a shot that she's got all game last time out.
The issue with the Explorers is they keep missing that open look when Fordham double teams. Look for them to exploit that going forward.
Nelson, quick crossover move on Mac Toon. Inside pass to Mudwa is thwarted there. Mac Toon able to come back into the play. Quinn taking it over the tie line for LaSalle. Guarded by Donaldson, 8:40 left on the clock. As Magassa in front of the Fordham bench, gives it up to Fox, who takes a step back mid-range shot, and it's snuffed out of the air there by Nelson. Fordham still with the advantage, 15-14. Strong side cut from Donaldson, who gets it up over the Fox contest, extending this Fordham lead, 17-14.
Going back to that attempt by Fox, you're not going to hit a shot over the 6'1" frame of Rose Nelson, that's for sure.
8:08 left in quarter number 2 as we inch closer and closer towards halftime. 17-14. Rams up 3. Mac Toon, high post touch here. Guarded by Nelson, fumbles with the dribble. Now with 3 seconds left on the clock, dumps it inside to Quinn, who faces the double, and Mudwa comes up with the basketball. She hits the ground hard for him, forcing the 30-second violation. A+ there by the Rams.
When the Fordham defense does get the chance to set up against this LaSalle offense, they've done a really good job. We've seen a lot of moments in this matchup so far where the Explorers have had to use all of that shot clock and don't get the look that they want. That's absolutely crucial to this Rams defense if you want to be successful in this game.
Taylor Davis past the center line for the Rams. 7:42 left in quarter number 2. 17-14. Maroon and white with the advantage. Southpaw shooter Taylor Donaldson puts it up. No good there. Amanda Reese comes down with the rebound. Joe Quinn across the logo. Quickly in transition, trying to work on Rose Nelson. Retreat dribble. 7:23 right before the half. Directing traffic. Going left, moving left, back left. Strong side cut there from Magassa over 2. Looking for the foul, but she will go it alone. 17-16. The Explorers right back into this one. That's Davis. Dribbles right in front of the Explorers bench. Top of the key there, near side wing, Rose Nelson. Makes a pass to defense, and the bank is open on the little footer there inside in the paint. 19-16. LaSalle looking to respond quickly. Center line is crossed. Yet another touch there as Carissa Antoine hits the ground hard. And Aisa Magasa will get the easiest point she will get all night. 19-18, Fordham still up.
Magasa starting to get hot now in the paint. Something to look out for if you're the Fordham defense.
Again, she's practically lived there all season. As Davis, quick crossover move, inside dump pass to Irina Murwa. Stop that, Taya Davis. Spin cycle, ladies and gentlemen. Spin cycle, she set a career high 13 against this very team. 21-18, 6:15 left to go. Right before the half, Mountain McGillivray by near court. As Sean Quinn trying to get her get back, step through shot here at the basket is good. Both teams going blow for blow here, quickly in transition. Rose Nelson dumped it off to Antoine inside, puts up the shot, no good.
Refs have been allowing for physicality on both sides in the paint. Something to look out for. I think both teams have questioned them a little bit, but I like that they're letting them play right now, Madi.
Joan Quinn, guarded by Davis. Double horn set here for LaSalle. As Deliba puts a shoulder into Murwa, working slowly, gets it up, and it's going to be no good there. Back out top. Amanda Reese grabbing the rebound for Quinn. Quinn making a pass. Nelson puts the shot up, no good. Magasa over the board. And no dice. LaSalle stopped once again in their track. Yet another 30-second violation there. As Wilson Saltos back into the game for Antoine. 21-20. Fordham still up.
Yeah, the Explorers were struggling, as I mentioned a little bit earlier, when they don't get the fast break opportunities, those transition opportunities. If you're the Rams, you got to limit the amount of times that they're going to be able to see a numbers advantage running on the open court.
Davis shooing Donaldson out of that corner there. She attacks it, goes up for the layup, and it's a good idea there. 23-20 with 5:05 left to go before the half. Fordham sailing smooth. Bowers, yet another high post screen here by the Explorers. Thinks about the three. Bowers once again guarded by Harris. Around the Pichelik screen. Tries to get it back out top to Magasa, and Fordham comes up with the steal here. Taylor Donaldson leading up to Wilson Saltos, who skips through the lane. Very nice Euro step there. 25-20, Rams still up.
A little bit of finesse now from the Fordham Rams.
Wilson Saltos there with the impressive basket. Pichelik, yet another turnover. And Murwa comes up with the basketball, dribbles it off of her foot. It's been a big problem for the LaSalle Explorers all season long as they suffered a monster losing streak going back to their last game against Fordham again. 8 turnovers is what essentially lost them a game, and Fordham has been feasting 25-20. First timeout under 5. We're going to take a quick timeout here, but things are heating up. Don't go anywhere. We'll be back on WFUV Sports.
Hey, this is Chris Carino, Fordham and WFUV class of 1992. WFUV is your home for all things Fordham athletics, with live coverage of Fordham football, Fordham men's and women's basketball, in addition to our Saturday show, One-on-One. Stay right here on 90.7 FM for all things WFUV Sports.
What's up, everyone? I'm Lou Orlando.
I'm Nick Guzman.
And I'm Chaz McAdams.
We're your broadcasters for Fordham men's basketball.
Led by Jackie Johnson, Keith Urgo's Rams are looking to make waves in the 100th anniversary season at the Rose Hill Gym.
We've got you covered for the highs, the lows, the X's and O's as Fordham takes on the gauntlet of the A10.
Don't miss a game. 90.7 FM WFUV is the home of Fordham men's basketball.
You hear the trumpets. We're live from the Rose Hill Gymnasium here in the Bronx, New York of Fordham University. 25-20 is your score as it currently stands. The Rams up 5. I'm play-by-play commentator Madi, Dembele, joined here by Griffin, Stevenson, and Griffin. We could talk ad nauseum about Fordham's prowess, I would say, as a rebounding and defensive team, but I think the biggest thing for them tonight has been their efficiency. You look across the board, and they're shooting well from not just the restricted area, but from 3 and at the line.
Yeah, I think it's definitely a breath of fresh air for this Fordham Rams. They're getting what I think is the most important aspect, which is the high-quality look, and which is allowing them to shoot 45%, nearly 46% from the field, which I'm sure Coach Rosette Mitchell is being shown and is absolutely loving that. But going back to what I was mentioning before I started talking about their shooting percentages, that they're getting what they call, and what we like to call, high percentage looks. They're getting the paint, they're getting those layups, and honestly, the opportunities are being created by a lot of good movement outside of the scoring position. So Taya Davis dribbling, sucking in the defenders. You have the threat of Taylor Donaldson and Shea Harris on the outside, and you're making sure you're getting those turnovers. It's all coming together, kind of fusing into a recipe that's really good for offense. It's very conducive for high percentage looks.
As we are soon to continue play here, 428 rather, left before the half. 25-20 again. Fordham shooting around 46% from the field goal, from the field. And from the free throw line, they're exactly at 50%. Harris taking away from Davis as Wilson Santos at the top of the key. 4:16 left to go in quarter number 2. Mactoon all over Harris as she switched on to by Magassa. And the Explorer defense there holds strong, as Fordham's going to get yet another proverbial crack at that egg. 4-8, 25-20, Rams still up.
Look for him to target Irene Mora here, using her size there deep in the paint.
Stop of the ball indicates play. Taya Davis getting it into Shea Harris as she receives it back out to the top of the key. 4 seconds left on the clock over Quinn, and yet no good, but Emma Wilson Santos, there she is again, the invisible man, as she puts the ball up and over the basket. 27-20, Rams advantage.
She's been a great job of being that utility player so far, Madi.
Amanda Reese puts the 3 up, and ladies and gentlemen, cash or checks, the bank is open. 27-23, Explorers refuse to go away. Taya Davis here across the logo.
Even she looked a little surprised that one went in, I will say, looking over to the bench.
Davis hitting the ground hard on that last player. She's working here once again on Quinn. Tries to use the backboard to her advantage, not able to get it to go. And Harris in transition with the steal. 2-on-1 advantage for the Rams. Harris giving it up to Wilson Santos. And there she is once again. 4 points on the night for Wilson Santos. Harris with the distributor. 29-23, 3:05 in the second.
Great unselfish basketball there from Shea Harris. Saw Wilson Santos elected not to try and go for the contested look, and a great finish from Wilson Santos.
3 seconds here by the Salle Explorers. It's going to go the way of Pashilak, resting in the lane for too long as Bowers makes her way back into the game.
Again, it's the troubles. I feel like a broken record. It's the trouble setting up the offense here if you're LaSalle. If I'm the coach, I'm really going to sit and talk to my team at halftime about, all right, guys, let's work on what we do in practice, you know? Let's get these plays going. Try to get Fordham on their heels.
As Davis across the timeline for the Rams, past the moon, script, Omashola into the game, precious Omashola into the game for the very first time today as Harris goes around her screen and elevates at the basket to put it up in good. 31-23, Rams up 8. Bowers guarded deep in the backcourt by Davis. Davis sitting heavy on that right hand. Mactoon stands at the half-court line. A little bit of strong contact there. Shea Harris is going to be the culprit on that one. 2:24 left in quarter number 2. 31-23. Fordham controlling the pace of this one by 8. Baseline out of bounds here. Bowers looking for the outlet. Wilson Santos playing ball denial on Magassa, which forces the 5-second there. And Fordham putting on a defensive clinic there. You saw that Magassa was going to be the first option, but Wilson Santos sniffing that out right on Rice.
Fordham just doing such a good job of finding finding the person that they need to be defending and squaring up with them, not letting them get any space when they set up in the full court defense or right there in the inbounds play.
And Donaldson playing heavy minutes in this one, already at 14, still with the face mask. Shea Harris puts up the 3 and 1, ladies and gentlemen. A big shot there right in front of the LaSalle bench. Stealing the soul from the McGillivray's unit.
4-point play there for number 5. What a way to get your bench fired up, as you can take a potentially now 12-point lead here with a made free throw, but just a great job by the Rams of capitalizing on their moments. So far in this one, they've really, I think, converted when they needed to.
First one is up, and it's good. Shea Harris able to convert on the 4-point play. Ice in her veins. Far side wing 3 there for Shea Harris, as the Explorers try to snap out of their little slump here. Pashilak getting the high post touch on Omosholo. Basketball finds its way back out top to Pashilak, takes the 3. Unable to return the favor as Wilson Santos grabs the rebound, and the Rams stampede quickly in transition. Donaldson gets one up of her own, and it's going to be front rim there as Rams fight for the rebound. Harris and Santos on the ground, which leaves numbers for the Explorers. Magasa receiving the outlet pass from Quinn, gets it up and gets it to go as she hits into the banister under the basket. 35-25, LaSalle in the coffin by 10. Now under 2 minutes here before halftime. Davis around the Soto screen, finds Omosholo under the basket by herself, but not able to get the little push shot there as 2 Rams once again hit the ground. The Explorers now with numbers once again on Menderes. Quick fire 3, no good. In and out Donaldson as the basketball finds her. Up and over to Harris, but there's too much dip on that chip. Donaldson taking it back for the Rams. Spin move on Quinn, pass 2. No good. Omosholo amongst the trees gets the rebound, but she's not able to get it to go. Misses at the rim.
Quick fire basketball here, Madi. That was a great move by Taylor Donaldson, but I want to say these Fordham Rams players on offense are connected together. They keep going down as pairs.
Fordham still with that level of aggression here, up 10, 35-25. Final 25 here. Joe Quinn guarded by Donaldson. Fordham faithful here on senior night, yelling defense as Magasa line drive 3, it's up, no good, back iron. Omosholo fighting for the rebound as she hits the floor, drawing the rebound for the Rams, so they'll have last possession.
I'd like to see what the Fordham Rams do here. I think they have a variety of options with the current lineup on the floor. I think you can get potential 3-point look with Taylor Donaldson, but you can also use the size of Rose Nelson for maybe a higher percentage look. I think maybe if I was Coach B, I'd look to draw the defenders in with Rose Nelson, potentially kick it out to TD.
Final 15 here for the Fordham Rams, and for the half, rather. Taylor Davis out there with Kayla Berry, Shea Harris, Donaldson, and Nelson. Let's see what Fordham draws up. Davis denying the Nelson screen. Back out to Nelson. She receives the guinea pass. Push shot is good, and they're able to convert right before the buzzer. 37-25, Fordham flying high here on senior day as they find themselves up 12 in the driver's seat, and that's one hell of a way to close out the first half. They must be excited. Mary Hannah Gallagher has been with them all sideline, all first half long. Mary, what you got for us? How are the Rams feeling?
Well, the energy off the bench has been absolutely contagious on that side of the court. Fordham set the tone early in this game, breaking away with a swift run that delivered a first points on the board, igniting a 6-point surge right at the start of the half. But the team's defensive strategy has been sharp, focusing on preventing ball movement within the circle and closely tracking opposing plays across the paint. Despite a series of missed free throws from LaSalle, the Rams have an exuding and relaxed yet skillful demeanor, which has shown an impressive energy. However, Fordham has dominated the first half. With a 12-point lead, there has been palpable frustration from the sidelines, especially over moments where the defense has breached in the paint. Yet the response has been swift as players rally to support the offense. Coach has a clear message: finish each play, which is resonating throughout the arena, urging each player to capitalize on the momentum and maintain discipline. With a high intensity, both teams are pushing hard, and this halftime period sets the stage for a riveting second half.
Finish every play. Head coach Bridget Mitchell with that sentiment, and it's been that kind of ball club for them, making good on that statement as they find themselves up 12 in the driver's seat firmly. For Madi, Dembele here, and Griffin, Stevenson, Mary, Hannah Gallagher, we will take halftime intermission, but stick around for second half action from the Rose Hill Gymnasium. Good stuff is in the works. We'll take a quick break. Don't go anywhere on WFUV Sports.
So that's question number 1. That was answered for the Yankees. How do we play Soto? That was another question that was answered.
And I'm going to be honest. Looking at Cody Bellinger, he could. Don't tell me I'm crazy.
Not yet. I'm just waiting.
If he brings like a little bit of the vibe that he brought in 2023 when he hit
Chicago, yeah.
When he hit
First year Chicago?
307 and hit 26 home runs, 97 RBIs.
Yeah.
Could replace that. Or
okay. I'll let you go.
Or he goes back to how he was in 2019.
I'd love to see that.
47 home runs, 115 RBIs.
His swing's
butter.
In New York,
it's gonna be
butter.
305 average, 406 on base, 630 slugging for a 1035 OPS in a 9-WAR season.
Now listen, no one's going to replace Soto. Let's be honest. No one's going to replace the impact Soto had. Not just hitting wise, but like discipline, walks, all of that. Cody Bellinger, if he's a guy that can just hit the contact,
if he can have
his
a
swing is going to be
OPS,
great.
If he can have a 350 on base, I'll be happy.
I'll be happy with a nice like 280 average from him or like 270. But if he can hit like 30 home runs, given the fact of Yankee Stadium now,
he can hit 30 Yankee Stadium.
I think
he can easily hit 30.
He's gonna be a good middle of the lineup bat.
He hit 45 at Dodgers at
in LA.
The name of what is it?
Dodgers.
Is it
Yeah.
just Dodgers.
Yeah.
Dodger Park or whatever.
Dodger Stadium. Yes.
Stadium.
Yeah.
If he could hit 47 at Dodger Stadium,
he could.
which would just have a short porch.
He could hit 30 plus in New York.
He could easily.
He could have hit 55.
I'm not gonna get all unrealistic
55
here.
is a little ridiculous.
No.
But I understand.
It's an easier park to hit in for
100%, especially for a lefty. Yeah, that short porch is gonna be his best friend.
Yankee Stadium is the second easiest park to hit in for a lefty.
No, of course.
Fenway's first.
That's why I like the pickup. He's gonna give you good defense at center field, which is something that you needed too.
He could grab some bags too.
He can grab. Yeah, that's true.
He can steal 20 bags.
He could grab bags better than Soto could.
For sure.
That's another thing. Base running is an upgrade right there. Defense is an upgrade.
You can throw Judge back and right.
That was the key for the Yankees.
You could throw Judge back and right.
Desperately needed to be in right field.
You could throw Judge back and right, and you could have Cody Bellinger go Hulk balls down in center field.
Yeah, because he's actually played the position, and he's played it pretty well. Judge is a terrible center fielder. For anyone that does not want to agree with me, look at the stats. He's a terrible center fielder. He is a Gold Glover at right field.
And if you need it, say Bellinger gets hurt, Goldschmidt gets hurt, you can throw Cody at first.
Yeah, Cody is the first baseman. Yeah,
he came up as a first baseman.
Yeah, that's a good point. That's so true.
He's a Swiss Army knife. You can do whatever you want with him, and he's gonna produce, especially for a Yankee as a lefty.
Bellinger is gonna be a good center fielder. Like that's what they want him to be. Rightfully so. I think he's gonna be good for them. When he doesn't play, you have Trent Grisham, who's a great center fielder defensively.
Yeah,
and that's someone you want.
And he's a power bat who can hit you a home run.
I don't know.
No, we're talking about
Trent. I don't know.
Trent Grisham.
Trent Grisham.
I don't. I think he's good defensively.
I've been in multiple games where he's hit home runs.
No, listen. Yes, he can hit you the occasional home run, but we only think about him for defense.
Exactly. Yeah, I don't.
Which is okay. I mean, he's a bench guy for defense purposes. That's okay. But we're talking about now a huge issue with the Yankees last year was their defense. They improved it with Goldschmidt at first base. They improved it with Cody Bellinger being in center field. They improved it with Judge being at right field. Now, if Dominguez can situate and figure out left field during spring training and throughout the earlier stages of the year, because don't get me wrong, Dominguez is a good fielder. He just has to get used to the dimensions of left field. And now, if he can get used to left field, that's a suitable guy that you can put out there without any scares, any worries. I'm not saying he has to be a Gold Glover.
I'm still sick to my stomach looking at the massive gaping hole at the 5 spot. We don't have a third baseman.
We don't. That's gonna be brutal.
DJ LeMahieu is our top listed third baseman in the depth chart.
It's either him, Cabrera, or Oswaldo Peraza.
I like Cabrera most out of everybody.
But they're all not great.
That's the one thing. The problem with the Yankees that we patched up all the holes defensively, which was our main problem, and I think that's the reason why we lost the World Series. But now we've left a hole that's always been a problem since A-Rod left.
Well, if we want to talk about losing the World Series, it was defense.
I think it was defense mostly.
Not hitting with runners in scoring position. It was offensively.
I feel like one thing the Yankees, if they want to make it happen, they could attempt to turn Ben Rice into a third baseman.
No.
Ben Rice is a lefty. That's a first baseman / catcher.
Oh, you're right. I was looking at it wrong.
This is not Don Mattingly, guys. He's not playing third base.
Yeah.
But
Goldschmidt into a third baseman.
Goldschmidt is old.
Goldschmidt's old.
What's
another concern for me?
It's too late.
Goldschmidt's old. That's another concern.
I love Paul Goldschmidt.
I think what needs to be done.
2-time MVP.
What needs to be done is
One-time MVP.
the Yankees need to trade. The Yankees need to take this trade deadline seriously. They're gonna see at the midway point of the year that third base is gonna continue being an issue, and there's gonna be guys on the trade market. Do you know someone that I really want as a third baseman for the Yankees? Listen, I know we hate the Houston Astros of 2017.
No.
I really want Carlos Correa as my third baseman for the Yankees.
No.
He is a listen.
He would never come here though. He would never come here. Even if he was traded.
He would.
Yes,
he would. He would play for the Yankees.
He hates us. I think he's.
Angel, I don't think he's coming here.
2017 was a long time ago. The hate is not really as much as it is now. Listen, Correa would play for the Yankees in my opinion. He's also a good postseason factor his numbers in the postseason are really good. He is a shortstop, I understand, but with the injuries and all that, let's move him to third base. He will play third base pretty well. I think Carlos Correa will be a huge factor to the Yankees. If we can keep him healthy, offensively, he can put up numbers. He still has offensive numbers to put up there. The only issue has been staying on the field. Another guy that I really want, hold on, before you say anything, if it's not Carlos Correa, I don't understand why the Yankees don't go after it. Just please pick up Nolan Arenado.
I don't think he wants to come.
I don't want him. I don't want him.
He does. I think he stated publicly he doesn't want to go to the Yankees.
Washed.
He's not washed. Whoa.
Yes, he is.
He had an All-Star what was it? 2 seasons ago? One.
Last year he was abysmal.
Last year was bad. I understand last year was bad, but defensively, he answered the question for you.
Yeah.
And then offensively, you don't need him to be Colorado Arenado. You just need him to hit in the bottom of the lineup, which I think he can do. Again, we're thinking about Yankee Stadium here. Yankee Stadium, the dimensions, the factors, they can make good players great, and they can make okay players good. I think Arenado would benefit from the stats in New York and the field in New York offensively. And then if you could just bring the defense, that's what they need. This team in the infield needs defense. Do you know why we won in 2009? Do you not remember the infield we had in 2009?
We had
A-Rod, Jeter, Cano, and Teixeira.
I just sent a reel to George about the 2009 lineup.
With Star Wars music on in the background.
It was so tough.
The line was ridiculous. And that's something that the Yankees just can't get back to for some reason. Is just defensive and offensive good-minded players. We can't have... I understand that we need to use our farm system. We need to find talent within because players are starting to get expensive. But we clearly have not found an answer at third base from our farm system. Trade these guys for an established guy. We are in win-now mode. Garrett Cole is in year 6 or 7 of his contract. Judge is getting up there in age. Stanton doesn't have that many years left. Okay. Our window is right now to win. This year and next year, there's not that much time left. Those guys aren't coming until 3 to 4 years later. You need to buy, you need to trade, you need to pay players for now. LeMahieu is not going to sustain the entire season and give you 2019, 2020 vibes at third base. Cabrera is a solid, versatile piece that I don't think is going to mesh well playing full-time. He's great off the bench, though, and can play anywhere. And Peraza, they unfortunately haven't given him the chance to really play full-time. But you know what? Trade him to Minnesota for Correa, and then he'll get full-time playing minutes over there, all right, if that's the issue. and give me Correa, who I know has a track record in the playoffs, to perform well in the clutch. That's an issue. Runners with scoring position was terrible for the Yankees throughout the playoffs. Not just the World Series. Throughout the playoffs, the Yankees could not score with runners in scoring position.
Yeah.
They won games off clutch moments by Stanton, by Soto. It wasn't bases loaded, no outs, scraps a run or two, and there, you're good. There's many opportunities where the Yankees would have someone on third base, second base, 0 outs, 1 out, 2 outs straight, inning over. That's the issue with the New York Yankees right now, that there were not enough clutch situational hitting. Correa will bring that to you in the postseason, throughout the season when he's healthy. And if he's not healthy throughout the season, okay, get him healthy for September and October then. And I promise you, he will hit.
Angel, one thing with that, what if we don't get Correa? And that's a big concern, the Yankees offense, especially in the clutch, like you're saying. Who's going to take up? Who's going to step up? Because obviously Judge has failed to show up, which I hate to see. But he's failed to show up. Like Jazz, great player.
I was going to say his name.
Jazz, Cody, but like they need to prove themselves because Jazz, he was quiet during the postseason.
Every player has to prove themselves. Okay, offensively, the Yankees were not the same in the postseason. No matter, listen, the Royals and Guardians played worse than us, and we played bad.
Yeah,
that's how we got to the World Series. Okay, we did not play like the regular season where we were scoring 5-6 runs a game. Okay, we had great pitching in the postseason. Don't get me wrong, and our rotation and bullpen got boosted, so I see the same patterns happening this year if we make it. But offensively, we need to be confident that the same offensive team that could score 4 to 6 runs a game in the regular season can do the same thing in the postseason, so that you can give your pitching a break in the postseason.
One thing I'm looking for is for that one player to step up and be a leader when Judge proves he fails. Because, Giancarlo's getting old. I'm not sure if he's going to have the same, Stanton
is injured right now, so that's gonna be an issue to look out throughout the season.
But I'm looking towards an Anthony Volpe or Austin Wells to finally take that big step and become the face of the franchise.
Volpe is
year 3 for Volpe.
He had a massive grand slam,
massive postseason, not just the word massive postseason. If you look at his numbers,
Volpe's gonna use that to his advantage this year. He's gonna have a very solid year.
If I'm a player, my mentality is, I just had a good postseason. I just had a huge grand slam in the World Series of all places. At home, it was a magical run. If you look at the numbers, I know we had an argument between Stanton and Soto earlier. Volpe was up there as one of the best players throughout the postseason. He was practically our top 3rd best player in the postseason. If I'm mentality-wise a player, I'm looking at that as wow, I'm capable of doing this when the lights are bright. Let me piggyback and take this throughout the regular season now. I expect a big season between Volpe as well, year 3. I expect a lot of big years for the Yankees. I think Chisholm is a potential 30-30 kind of guy. Volpe can get his average up. That's going to be great. If Wells can hit 20 home runs, that'd be great. If Dominguez can be, a Rookie of the Year candidate, that'd be great. It's going to be a lot of question marks, a lot of what ifs with the Yankees. But that's going to do it for us here on 101. It was a great show. 3 hours full of content, basketball, football, baseball.
Hockey interview,
can't forget about that. We may have been undermanned, but we did it, guys.
Second half action is soon to be underway. If you look up at the shot clock, 45 seconds until the inevitable 37-25. As both teams are ready to rumble, coming out of their corners very, very soon. And in a short moment, I'm Madi Dembele here as your play-by-play commentator, joined here by Griffin, Stevenson. First half action has been a joy to watch. Ebbs and flows of the basketball game have been here in De La Salle, showing strong points at some moments in Fordham, controlling through most. Griffin, I got to tell you, Fordham, it's smooth sailing here, but La Salle doesn't give the impression that they're all the way done with this one.
Yeah, Madi, the Titanic thought it was smooth sailing for a while, and then they ran into an iceberg, you know what I'm saying? Cannot get complacent. That's a crazy analogy. Cannot get complacent. Cannot get complacent at all. We saw it at the end of the first quarter, Madi. The Explorers have the way to get back in this game. They have the means, and Fordham knows that, I think, and I think Coach Bridget Mitchell is going to stress that. For us, I think, like you and I as commentators, we've noticed that it's these Salle Explorers know how to get it done in transition, and this Fordham team does well when they make them set up on offense. So if you're the Fordham Rams, you got to pick up your players, get them to run their offense, because that's what they've been struggling at so far.
The starting units here for both teams. The second half action is underway. Donaldson, Barry, Davis, Murwa, as well as Nelson there. It's going to be Mattoon, Magassa, Pishilak, Quinn, and Bowers. The five for both teams here as Bowers is here, top of the key, guarded by Davis. Mattoon taking the 13-footer over Murwa, doesn't get it to go. As Taylor Davis crosses the center line, quick up-court pass to Taylor Donaldson. Able to play keep away there from Bowers, but a little bit of a flub here, and then the Salle Explorers get the basketball back. Bowers slowing it down, taking it slowly across the maroon script. 9:23 here to open, 37-25. Again, the maroon and white up 12 on the gold and maize. This is going to be a stoppage in play here. Mountain McGillivray all the way on the floor here, Griffin. Not happy with what his team is putting out so far to open.
You know, I think it's ironic that his name is Mountain, Madi, because he has a short but commanding stature.
As his corner three there by Quinn. Almost gets it to go, but the basketball god shone down on that one. So here it goes, Davis across the center line, guarded by Bowers.
Just looks so confident with the ball, Madi.
Donaldson with the Iverson cut through the middle. Around the Murwa screen, gets it about 14, puts it up. No good there. Again, toilet bowl treatment on that shot as Bowers pulls down the rebound and takes it past the timeline for the Explorers. 8:42 left in quarter number 3, 37-25. Fordham still with that hefty 12-point lead here. Magassa with the high post touch, give and go action with Bowers. Retreat dribble there. A little bit of an intermission of play here. As Taylor Donaldson, again, dealing with that face injury, she will take a seat. Shea Harris back into the game here.
Another violation there, Madi. I mean, these Explorers forwards, when they get in the paint, are like me on Thanksgiving. Taking up all the seconds, if you know what I'm saying, Madi.
Davis facing the strong double team there. Pays off dividends for LaSalle as Mattoon steps in and takes the ball away. As Joan Quinn, deep side corner, Bowers working on Nelson. As she's fouled there. Nelson with a little bit too much body contact. You see Bowers flying out of bounds there, so a reset in play. 8:08 in the third. Head coach Richard Mitchell keeping fresh legs. Wilson, Saltos, Karjovic in. Nelson and Murwa out.
Coach McGillivray understands what we've been saying, Madi. When they got the ball, they were trying to push it up the court. He's saying, go quicker, let's get the offense moving, exploit this Rams defense.
Bowers gets it into Mattoon, guarded by Harris. 8:04 left in the third quarter, 37-25. Both teams have yet to score in the opening sequence of the third quarter. Here as a strong side cut by Joan Quinn. She's not able to get enough on there, leaves it short at the basket. Camilla DePool making it past the half-court line. Looking the way of Shea Harris, waiting for that action to materialize, but travels during such. So yet another turnover here for the Fordham Rams, and the Salle Explorers will get the basketball back with a chance to break the scoring ice.
It is clear to see that the turnover trend has not died on either side of the court so far as we start the second half.
LaSalle with 16 turnovers on the night. Fordham near double digits themselves with 9. Pishilak able to seal off Kayla Berry there, but the ball sails out of bounds as Joan Quinn puts a little bit too much on that one. Miscommunication there between Pishilak and Quinn, still deliberating.
A little bit of a potential argument there, but that's what you like to see, honestly, if you're a coach between teammates, shows the passion.
Quinn, Harris playing, keep away from Quinn, and Fordham doing their best. LaSalle impression on that last one as they give the basketball back. But it's going to stay here with the Rams as Magassa hits the floor hard, travels while doing so as she's holding her right elbow.
That's 4 straight turnovers now, Madi. I think both teams, both coaches just got to get themselves under control here, try to play some good, safe basketball.
28 total turnovers as the Bulls not able to get it in. Bauer sniffing that one out. So Fordham.
It's almost like in gymnastics when both athletes are falling and it's just whoever lands one's going to win, Madi.
As Harris, quick fire three out of bounds. No good there, but Barry able to sniff out the rebound. Cross-court pass there. Mactoon in the passing lane, able to jump the pool. As she goes towards the basket, gets a shot up. No good, but she's going to head to the free throw line there again. It was Mactoon. Spoke extensively about how unhappy she was with her play last time out against Fordham. Hanging her head there on that one, unable to get it to go. But she will have an opportunity for 2 here at the free throw line.
I mean, Mactoon is second on the team in scoring, and she's showing why. Doing what she needs to do, attacking the basket, and she's got to get yourself to the line. If anything, try to put the defense on their heels, get them wondering as she hits the first foul line shot.
And again, you mentioned that Mactoon, 7 and 5 on the night. She's the second leading scorer. Ashley Connor is going to sit today. Not get much action in this one, so they're going to have to go it alone without their leading scorer. She's averaging about 11.5 points per game. Veljovic quickly in transition. Working on Quinn, double move there, shot is up. Shot is no good, miss at the rim there for Veljovic. And yet another travel by Eris Mactoon there as she records herself another turnover, 37-26. Explorers now within 11 here.
You mentioned the absence of Connor. That 11-point average is what decides this one.
Harris deep in the corner, gets it to Wilson Saltos, up and over Armendariz. Lead is back now to 13 for the Fordham Rams, 39-26.
Double digits now for Wilson Saltos. She's done a great job. She's one of those players that really knows her game, and she knows just how to be rock solid at what she does best there, attacking in the paint.
Armendariz in front of McGillivray, near the out of bounds. They're able to get it to Mactoon. Shot clock now under 10 for the Explorers as she hits the ground hard. Armendariz tries again, but no good. And they're going to get a foul here. 39-26 again. LaSalle seeming out of steam, but clock is off. This presents them with an opportunity to get some points on the board, try to inch their way closer and closer to 30. 39-26, 6:14 left to go. Armendariz here at the free throw line.
Yeah, you mentioned it, the ability to almost sneak up on a team with consistent baskets. That's exactly what LaSalle needs to do. Just get those consistent buckets, and if you're the Fordham Rams, you might not notice if their head's not right, not in the game. If they can just continue to be solid on every offensive possession, next thing you know, you look up and it'll be a lot closer game than they would have wanted.
Shot is up, the shot is no good, so that's 0 of 2 for Jolene Armendariz. Score will stand 39-26, 6:05 in the third. Shay Harris quickly making her way past the defense, and Emma Wilson-Saltos clean up on aisle 13. 6 minutes, 41-26, 15-point lead. Rams are flying.
I think you could start your car with Emily Wilson-Saltos today because she's been an absolute spark plug.
Yet another foul here for the Fordham Rams. It's going to be on the floor. Fordham faithful not happy with that one.
No, they were not.
Excuse me, it's going to be at the free throw line. Haisha Magassa is going to have a chance to close the deficit here.
Fordham already in the bonus. LaSalle already in the bonus, Madi. Fordham's got to be a little careful, but at this point, you might as well keep fouling because LaSalle's not hitting their free throws.
It's been a struggle city from the free throw line. 22.2% here for the Explorer unit. As Magassa gets a second one to go, bringing her totals to 9 and 2 on the night. Quick substitutions here for the Fordham Rams. The pool, Barry, Veljovic, and Harris will sit. Nelson, Donaldson, Davis, Murua back into the game.
I will say, as we have this little roll, Fordham takes up the court. We finally got all pink Kobe's on the court now with everyone on there. I was going to shout those out earlier in the game. They're a nice-looking shoe, Madi.
Play for K, indeed. You got to get a uniform, Griffin. As Nelson receives a pass from Davis, back out top. Tries to get the pass inside to Wilson Saltos, but Magassa says no, fighting with her under the basket. So LaSalle getting themselves yet another turnover here. Joan Quinn making it past the timeline. And Mactoon doesn't think about it, puts up the baseline shot. That's going to be front rim, no good. And Davis moving quickly in transition. Nelson looking for the advantage. 41-27, 5:15 in the third. Strong double team there by the Explorers. Fordham moving the basketball. Donaldson over to Wilson Saltos, finds a way into the paint, dumps it off to Murwa, who gets it to go. Ball movement, movement. 43-26, 16-point lead for the Rams.
Her soul work is such an underrated part of her game, Madi. Just always making the right decision, almost tap dancing there in the paint.
Quinn thinks about the shot. McToon leaving it short once again as Nelson grabs yet another rebound. Taya Davis past the 10-second line, quickly inside to Murwa. Back outside to Davis. She takes a three. No good, but Bowers is going to come down with the rebound. Fordham initially had hands on it. Tyranisha Bowers going to fire a half-court shot there. 4:24 in the third. 43-27. Lead for the Rams stands at 16. And Joan Quinn all out of whack there. Fordham with yet another forced turnover here as Mountain McGillivray will call a timeout. Boy, the Salle Explorers losing steam further and further as this one goes. You get that initial impression with that run in the first quarter as they end it just down one. You get the feeling that they're in this one, but still, Fordham is able to best them.
Fordham definitely kicking it up into high gear now. I was about to say, if Taya Davis would have made that one, I think that would have been Fordham at its peak into overdrive there, but still doing such a good job. I think really want to highlight the forwards, Rose Nelson and Renee Moore playing not only great defense, great solid offense. They're really allowing the space for their perimeter players. Just an all-around, well-oiled machine, this Fordham Rams offense.
And you want to talk about impact players tonight. Emma Wilson-Saltos tied for the leading scorer for the Fordham unit at 12 points a game. She is, in fact, the team leader for field goal percentage around the basket, just around 48%. So the efficiency combined with the volume scoring. Emma Wilson-Saltos having herself a career night here.
And credit to Coach B, because she's letting her play.
Yeah.
She's letting her stay in. She said Wilson Salto is earning her keep, and I think there's no better time for a player to get hot for this Rams team than with the A-10 tournament approaching as they head to Richmond here in about a week or two.
Yeah, Emma Wilson-Saltos, junior forward out of the Bronx, New York, the Billis School. Again, she joined as a junior transfer out of Monroe College. She lit it up from the floor a season ago, averaging a nice double-double of 14, and get this, 12 rebounds a game, Griffin. She scored nearly 700 points in her 2 seasons with the Mustangs, and she shot efficiently over there, just as she's doing here with the Rams, 46% over that span, grabbing 574 rebounds, including 350 last season. Emma Wilson-Saltos, ladies and gentlemen, my player of the game, certainly, as the Fordham Rams hold a steep advantage over the Salle Explorers. We'll take a quick break. We'll be right back on WFUV Sports.
Hey, it's Chaz McAdams here calling you to tune in to WFUV Sports One-on-One, New York's longest running sports call-in show. With hot takes covering all sports from the 5 boroughs and beyond, to interviews with some of the biggest names in sports media. We're live Saturdays on the WFUV Sports YouTube from 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. and then later on 90.7 FM from 11 p.m. to 2 a.m. Come join us next Saturday for One-on-One.
The Rosewood Gymnasium is jumping. The band is out. The cheerleaders are dancing. Name of this game for the Rams has been Jailbreak. I'm Madi, Dembele, joined here by Griffin, Stevenson on play-by-play and color commentary, respectively. And a mountain 16-point lead here for the Fordham Rams as McGillivray trots out his usual 5 with a new face.
Well, Mountain's their coach's name, Madi, but it's definitely a tough hill to climb. I'll say that if you're the Salle Explorers, but that's what Explorers do. Can we just talk about how they're the Explorers and their coach's name is Mountain really quick, Madi? Like, I'm sorry.
Mountain
I was going to say this. I mean, what a great list of names when you look at this LaSalle roster here as Fordham takes it up the court.
And another name joining them for the first time this night, Alyssa Blaylock, junior guard, 5'9", Uniondale, New York. Rose Nelson Pass is stolen out of the air by Menderiz, and quickly in transition is Blaylock looking to spark play, get the shots up. No good there. As she housed Donaldson for the basketball. 3:54 left in quarter number 3. Davis controlling for the Fordham offense, working on Blaylock. Gets the pass to Wilson Saltos and puts it up and nearly in there. Wilson Saltos is going to be fouled here. Again, LaSalle now in the bonus, 43-27, 3:47 exactly. Clock is stopped. Wilson Saltos will step here to the free throw line.
An opportunity here, Madi, to add to the already impressive night. 12.7 rebounds, nearly a double-double.
That's the first one is up, and the first one is good. 13, 7, and 1 on the night. Perfect from the free throw line for Emma Wilson Saltos again. Game of her career here in the Rose Hill Gymnasium. Must be the Rose Hill air, because she gets 2 to go. 14 and 7 for Emma Wilson Saltos.
Doesn't get more pure than that.
Tyrenisha Bowers working on Nelson, faces the strong double team there. Foul's going to be called on Wilson Saltos as she came as a secondary defender. Bowers hits the ground. And again, yet another stoppage in play. 3:37, 45-27, 18-point lead for the Rams.
LaSalle now just trying to get back to the line, and this time, can they hit the 2 free throws? They've been a little bit iffy so far. These would be crucial points that you just got to keep accumulating if you want to have a shot of getting back in this game.
And Bowers not getting the gentleman rule on that one, so it will stand for the Explorers for now, 27-45. Largest lead tonight, 18 points. Tyrenisha Bowers faces the Fordham crowd. Second shot is up, and second shot is no good. Tough outing here for the Explorers at the free throw line. Taylor Davis taking it past the half-court line.
Another rebound for Emma Wilson Saltos here. Double-double watch officially confirmed as she gets it back now.
As she tries to get rid of the basketball before the travel, goes right to the hands of Tyrenisha Bowers. She makes her way past the maroon script. 3:14 left in the third. Armendariz baseline. Nelson hounding her, but no good. Armendariz able to provide LaSalle with a little bit of a pick-me-up. 45-29. LaSalle in the hole by 16.
That was a mean pump fake there by Armendariz. Got her with the up and under, just sank it.
And again, Wilson Saltos, as easy as a basket as she's going to get. Again, Taya Davis with her passing gene deep inside. Bleed is back up to 17. 47-29, excuse me.
I mean, just so dependable, Wilson Saltos.
Excuse me, as my math is incorrect. Lead is now back up to 18. 47-29, Fordham University Education. 2:40 left in the third. Foul here on the floor. And it's going to be Tyrenisha Bowers once again at the basket. Kayla Berry checking into the game for Rose Nelson. Head coach Bridget Mitchell keeping fresh legs here. No need to rush. Indeed, such a controlled, I would say, level of play, controlled outing from the Fordham Rams.
Taking out the fresh legs, but taking out the tired legs, but leaving in the hot hands. Wilson Saltos staying in the game. I like that, like we mentioned at the break, just if it ain't broke, don't fix it, Madi.
If it isn't broke, don't fix it.
Let your players get hot, especially as you're trying to build momentum here down the stretch in the season.
Second one is up, and second one is good, so she makes good on from her last trip, gets 2 of 2 to go from that one. 47-31. Here now LaSalle finally able to get past the 30 mark as they have a quarter and some to try to make up the difference. Taya Davis says different past the timeline. Around the Berry screen, and Wilson Saltos tries to get the pass, but Murwa able to keep it alive for Fordham. Kayla Berry against 2, and it's going to be a foul on the floor there. Kayla Berry with such a knack for the basketball. You love to see the flourishment of her game, and she has a knack, whether it be in the passing lane, we're keeping possessions alive as such.
How about that? The double out of bounds save. Aurelia Mora and Taya Davis teaming up. Fordham committed to not giving another turnover away. Great job, embodies the heart that this program has.
Again, LaSalle with the strong double. Donaldson gives it inside to Wilson Saltos, tries to go up, and it's going to be a travel there, so Wilson Saltos struggling to get firm hands on the basketball. LaSalle, A+ defensive possession for them there. Armendariz inbounds to Quinn. Moves it quickly up to McToon, who blows the gimme. Ellis Mattoon, uncharacteristic miss there.
I think she heard footsteps a little bit on that one.
And Davis inside to Murwa. She's fouled and one. The Fordham Rams stampeding. Kicking in the door, 49-31, nearly at the 50 mark. An opportunity to do so. Mountain McGillivray will make a personnel change. Ivy Fox soon to come in here. And Irene Murwa, who else here at the free throw line? 14 points, 3 rebounds on the night. She's been money, not just all game long, but all season long. One of the better free throw shooters here, one of the better finishers around the basket for Fordham. So definitely the wrong person to foul here at the line, Griff.
How about the strength on that and one finish there from Mora? Just gets fouled with the ball so low, just goes up with it, left-handed finish, not letting anything stop her, Madi.
Under 2 minutes here for the third quarter. Murwa not able to get the second free throw to go, so 49-31. As Blaylock, little shifty move there on Harris, not able to get it to go. Hits back iron, shot falls flat. It will be out of bounds, staying with the Explorers. 1:41 left in quarter number 3, 49-31. Again here, Joan Quinn. Baseline out of bounds, Sugarman. Looking for something. Able to get it in to Sanaya Jenkins, who sees her first action of the game. Jenkins zooming past Nelson, but shot hits the side of the backboard. It's going to be ruled out of bounds there on the wild attempt by Sanaya Jenkins, freshman guard, 5'11". Never been Australia, a depth decision maker. Well, that's not the decision you would like to see there, as Taya Davis taking it past the maroon script. Guarded by Blaylock. Kayla Berry, near side wing, gives it up to Nelson. And Donaldson, deep paint penetration, leaves me with a loss of words because Taylor Donaldson gets Fordham past 50. As Blaylock fakes out Donaldson, puts a shot up and draws the foul on Nelson. But again, as I said before, Taylor Donaldson, oh me, oh my.
In the build-up to that bucket, why that works and why she gets that space is you see Irene Mora locking with Ivy there in the paint, and it really takes away from the Explorers' ability to double team and play that help side defense. And I think that's something the Rams do really well because they have a big team. They have a lot of tall players, and so using that to their advantage is crucial not only tonight, but it's going to be crucial down the stretch there.
And again, Alyssa Blaylock able to convert at the line, so 32-51 here. As substitutions will be made. Blaylock shot is up, and Blaylock gets the gentleman roll. Amaya Ferguson for the first time in this game. She's averaged 15 minutes per game. Remember, to start the season, Taylor Donaldson, Anastasia Velovic injured early, so she got a lot of spin and handled herself very, very well. She gets her first scene of action here.
Look to see what she'll bring to this one. As you mentioned, her work ethic, especially at the beginning of the season, was extremely valuable to this program, and they had a lot of results when she was playing.
Irina Garcia will do the same for McGillivray squad. Freshman guard, 6'1" out of Madrid, Spain. Lengthy facilitator equipment, international experience. She shoots just around 63% from the free throw line. Hot potato for the basketball. Fordham able to eventually pull it down. And Velovic caught in corner 3, no good. Front rim, but Barry, we get another offensive rebound. Nelson draws the foul on Bowers. So it will stay here, 37.6 left to go in the third. 51-32, 19-point lead for the Fordham Rams. It's all smiles here. Kayla Berry rolls Nelson. Amaya Ferguson, slapping the ball, indicating play, gets it into Veljovic. Murwa, deep post touch, trying to work on Fox. Fox getting hands on that basketball, and yet another and one opportunity here as Irene Murwa finishes strong. Ivy Fox is good on defense, but Murwa is better on offense. 53-32, both teams now within the bonus.
You know, when she's in the paint, I think you can just count the basket. You know what I'm saying? Like, just immense finishing capability when she's in the paint. And she gets the extra point, capitalizes, and I mean, invaluable really to this team. And once again, I want to go back to, she came into this team as a graduate student, just put in a complete and utter mountain of effort, if you will.
Irine Murwa, billed as a true back-to-the-back center. She's been every bit of that for Fordham, averaging around 6 rebounds per game. Again, efficient around the basket. She could do it all in the restricted area. And Sanaya Jenkins, with no fear, taking the step back on Rose Nelson, 54-34. Final 5 here as Nelson tries to get her get back, but she hits the ground hard, and the foul will be called on Precious Omashola. Joan Quinn able to get that one for the Explorers. Sanaya Jenkins going back to that last shot. Automatic. Nice little step back move there.
So now they'll get to the line though, Madi, which is, if you're the Rams, although you have a 20-point lead, you still don't want to be giving up those needless fouls to end the quarter.
No need to do so at all, Griffin, exactly. Largest lead tonight has been 22. Currently stands at 20. 1.5 left on the clock. First shot is up. First shot is good. 54-35 now. Again, Griffin, you don't want to foul. No need to. Fordham with 97.1% of the lead throughout this game. But LaSalle able to get 4 points in the final seconds as Amaya Ferguson will take the inbounds. Goes up the half-court heave, which will be no good. So as we enter the fourth, 54-36, 18 big points for the Fordham Rams. As I could imagine, Griffin, I don't know about you, but Fordham has to be feeling good about themselves. That's just my guess. But someone who's been on the sideline with them, Mary Hannah Gallagher. Mary, how is Fordham doing?
Well, in the second quarter, the team shifted gears, banking on open corners to create high percentage shooting opportunities. But this team has found its rhythm, warming back into the offensive dominance as the quarter progressed. Their playbook is coming to life with smart, well-timed offensive plays that not only exploit open spaces, but also highlight the team's deeper shooting skill. The approach has been pivotal in stretching the defense and establishing Fordham's presence on the court. Equally impressive is that the team's disciplined ball movement, every pass and drive is executed with an acute awareness of maintaining possession and avoiding turnovers. This measured strategy has allowed Fordham to control the space and tempo of the game, while LaSalle continues to struggle at the free throw line, missing critical opportunities. However, you can hear remarks from the coaches and the fans about the need for defensive growth when it comes to boxing out players and being ready for turnover opportunities. As Fordham leverages these tactical advantages as well as work out the kinks of gameplay tonight, the momentum clearly remains in their favor, setting the stage for an exciting stretch of play in the final quarter for this women's team in the 2025 of Rose Hill Junior.
Mary Hannah Gallagher getting front row seats to the excellency on the Fordham sideline there. Again, Mary, you talk about that Fordham ball movement here, doubling the output of the Explorers, 14 assists to 7, Griffin Stevenson. The ball movement has been strong. Head coach Richard Mitchell has expressed, I would say, a strength in numbers sentiment, if you will.
Oh, for sure. I mean, that's the backbone of this team. It's the community. I mean, you and I have both traveled with them, too, on their road trips. I mean, it's such a good environment. They have each other's back, and you can't ask for more, really, especially at the collegiate level. And I think that's been the reason for this Fordham team's, I think, overachieving, for lack of a better word. I think not everyone thought that they were going to be this successful this season, and they have proved them completely wrong.
I mean, like you talk about, you feel it. It's senior night, so I think that's given them a little bit of an extra boost here to come out and do their best. Show their gratitude to the, I would say, the departing cast of graduates and senior students. 54-36 here. 10 minutes is all that separates the Fordham Rams from yet another win as A-10 play inches closer and closer. That's going to be March 5th, live from Virginia. A-10 tournament play, some of my favorite basketball of the year. So stay tuned for that, ladies and gentlemen. Follow these teams throughout the end of the season. But Fordham looking to end strong, and they've made that impression felt once again. 54-36, final 10 to play. McGillivray going to die by the same sword he's trotted out ever so often. Ivy Fox, Eris McToon, Aisha Magasa, Tyranisha Bowers out there with Joan Quinn for Fordham. Irene Murwa, Taya Davis, Kayla Berry, Taylor Donaldson, as well as Shay Harris. I love the alignment of Donaldson and Harris, two big-time scorers who could easily restore order, just in case this one, just in case the Explorers mount a comeback, if you will, Griffin. As Berry receives the inbound pass, fourth quarter action begins right now. Harris Keep away from Bowers there. She gets the ball to Davis. And it's going to be a 3-second violation on Irene Murua. Again, remains complacent within the paint as Magasa inbounds to Quinn. Quinn moving quickly past Davidson, gets the shot to go, puts a little shoulder into chest, and converts on the basket. 54-38, 9:32 to play as Kayla Berry brings it across the maroon script. Donaldson inside to Murua, finds Berry. Berry puts up the shot, and it's nearly another and one opportunity as it rattles in and out. But no less, Kayla Berry will head to the free throw line.
LaSalle now switching to that full court press. They're doing what I think they should have done a lot earlier, which is trying to bait Fordham into playing their game, creating almost controlled chaos, I would say, allowing them to get those transition looks, Madi.
Berry here at the free throw line. The first one is up, and the first one is butter as she extends the lead now to 17, 55-38, 9:25. Kayla Berry, 5.5 rebounds as she misses the second here. 3 of 4 from the free throw line as Joan Quinn moves quickly past the center line. Hands it off to Magasa. Trying to make her way past Murua. Strong double there by Donaldson and Murua. Bowers with the basketball. Deep in the corner. Awkward dribble there, puts the shot up, nearly gets it to go, but it rattles out. Donaldson stampeding in transition. Gets it into the corner for Harris, doesn't think about it, and it's pure dead eye. Sniper, 58-38, 20 points for the Fordham Rams. And quickly in transition, Ivy Fox able to get a quick 2, so it's now an 18-point lead for Fordham.
Starting to see the pace of play increase here at Madi, but that's the first time really the 3 ball's been involved as Taylor Donaldson lets one fly.
Donaldson lets one fly, that's no good. Murua gets her own. As she's going to be fouled from behind by Joan Quinn. Joan Quinn trying to rip that basketball away. Gets a little bit too much arm contact. 8:28 in the fourth. 58-40. Fordham with yet another opportunity to collect points while the board is off. Irene Murua at the line here. She's Fordham's leading scorer for tonight. 17 big ones, quiet big ones, as well as 5 rebounds. Anastasia Velovic and Rose Nelson back into the game for Kayla Berry and Shea Harris. Again, head coach Bridget Mitchell trying to keep fresh legs. No need to run anybody into the ground. It's been a complete game by the maroon and white. More substitutions here as Mountain McGillivray sits down Joan Quinn, gives Sanaya Jenkins the nod. Murua taking her time at the free throw line. It's up and it's good. 59-40. Murua waiting for the second free throw here. And Griffin Stevenson, we talked ad nauseum about Fordham's offensive prowess, but it's their defense that's been keeping them in basketball games all season long, holding LaSalle to only 40.
It's impressive. I think we mentioned the height of this Rams team, but I think it's just a whole, their cohesiveness and their hustle.
Mactoon faces the double team there, and it's going to be a travel there as she faces the Donaldson Nelson double team, losing her dribble in the process. So Fordham 60-40, 8:15 in the fourth. As Nelson receives it, hands it off to Veljovic in a hurry. Fordham, as Davis able to get it quickly inside to Murua, up and over only where the big man could get it. 62-40, 22-point lead here for the Rams.
That brings her to 21-2 on the night. Just great showing for Mora.
Tyrenisha Bowers step back, mid-range shot. It's going to be no good from about 18. LaSalle, we have another opportunity. Bowers doesn't think about the three-point shot. That's going to clank left. But Murua is going to foul Magasa on the rebounding attempt, so it stays here. Again, in such limited, I would say, time. LaSalle just trying to make up for the deficit. 62-40, 7:38 left to go in the fourth. Bowers taking it out of bounds, hands it to Mactoon. Mactoon gets it to about 15 and hits absolutely nothing there. An air ball for Eris Mactoon. Again, she has to be in her head. She talked about it last time. She wasn't pleased with her performance. Well, this is not one to be any happier about, so she will take a seat. Jolene Armendariz back into the game. She gets the Donaldson matchup.
Yeah, we're getting to the point where, for LaSalle, if you're the Explorers, it's about just trying to be cohesive to end the night.
And yet again, cross-court pass from Davis into Murwa. Ball finds its way to Donaldson, and she hits the three. So Fordham blowing this one wide open, 65-40. Kind of leaving me in a trance, Griffin Stevenson.
Another example of Fordham using their forwards to create space on the perimeter.
And a clean block there by Rose Nelson. As she stuffs Bowers at the basket there. The Explorers with absolutely nothing. They're bloodied, broken, and battered. Mountain McGillivray will try to call his team back to their corner, see if he could get anything, find any light at the end of the proverbial tunnel. But it seems dim. 65-40, 25-point lead for the home team Rams, 7:03. We're going to take a quick timeout just as both teams are doing here. Ladies and gentlemen, don't go anywhere. We'll be back on WFUV Sports.
Hey, this is Chris Carino, Fordham and WFUV class of 1992. WFUV is your home for all things Fordham athletics, with live coverage of Fordham football, Fordham men's and women's basketball, in addition to our Saturday show, One-on-One. Stay right here on 90.7 FM for all things WFUV Sports.
What's up, everyone? I'm Lou Orlando.
I'm Nick Guzman.
And I'm Chaz McAdams.
We're your broadcasters for Fordham men's basketball.
Led by Jackie Johnson, Keith Urgo's Rams are looking to make waves in the 100th anniversary season at the Rose Hill Gym.
We've got you covered for the highs, the lows, the X's and O's as Fordham.
And we're back in a flash. 7:03 left to go in quarter number 4, and the Rams have a lot to be excited about here on senior night. 65-40. A quarter of 100 lead here for the Fordham Rams.
Wilson Salto's coming back in the game. Double watch. I mean, it's a 25-point lead. I think the Rams must be feeling pretty confident towards the end of this one. But, I mean, I think everyone in this building wants a Wilson Saltos double-double. I can't speak for you, Madi, but I'd be disappointed if you didn't. I think that's something that'd be really cool to see. But right now, the Explorers got to inbound the ball.
Yeah, inbound the ball indeed, because for them and for Mountain McGillivray, it's much about taking it one step at a time. Again, 7:03, crazier things have happened in basketball, so if you're going to make a run, it starts now. Ivy Fox, Aisha Nagasa, Sanaya Jenkins, Tyranisha Bowers, and Jolene Armendariz out there for McGillivray. Fordham running with Irina Murwa, Taya Davis, Taylor Donaldson, Anastasia Velovic, and Rose Nelson. The three is up. And it's good for Tyranisha Bowers. Again, must have heard us from the sideline. If there's a run, it begins now.
She was always going to shoot that. The way she was sizing up the defender. Great finish, honestly.
Strong double there. Far side wing. Velovic gets it to Murwa. Murwa takes it about 12. No good. Front rim, and Magasa quickly in transition, pulling down the rebound. Retreat dribble there as she makes her way past the Fordham script. 6:25 left to go in the fourth. Tyranisha Bowers calling out for the Fox step-up screen. Goes around the Armendariz screen. Armendariz puts up a three-point shot. That's going to be no good. Clunk left as Murwa pulls down the rebound. And Davis making it past the center line. Deep penetration, leaving it to Donaldson. Quick fire trigger. No good there. But Veljovic able to get the rebound over to. And Nelson makes her way towards the basket, meets no resistance on her way to an easy do, 67-43.
Because she met no resistance because Irene Mora laid down an absolutely strong screen there to clear the lane.
Jenkins, no hesitation, three, stops Veljovic in her drops. As Rose Nelson gets yet another rebound on the night. Fordham just stuffing the stat sheet at this point. And yeah, another pass there for Taya Davis, almost converted. Nelson, deep post penetration, Euro step there. Heads up play to tap the ball out to Taya Davis, and Donaldson left wide alone. 3-point shot is up, no good. Magasa pulling down the rebound. As we are now near 5 minutes here between this point and the end of the game, 67-43. Armenda Ruiz, we got another 3-point shot, and it's pure.
Yeah, I mean, she's been shooting well all night. Even her misses have looked close. Armenda Ruiz, was that an intentional foul?
Intentional foul there by the LaSalle Explorers. They want to play the long game here.
Trying to get a sub?
A sub indeed, Griffin Stevenson.
Well, they call it time. I think they want Wilson Saltos to get in the game and get a double-double, Madi, is what I think that is happening. I honestly don't understand. I don't understand that one. But, hey, I mean, we've seen this game open up now completely. I mean, both sides of the ball, I think the Explorers just letting the 3-ball fly, and then the Rams taking advantage of all that space. Offensively, I think I would call this the fun part of the game, Madi.
Yeah, the fun part indeed. Certainly for the Fordham Rams, if you're LaSalle, you got to lock in again. If there's a run, it begins now. So they're looking to get shots up quick, fast, and in a hurry as soon as possible. If they're looking to foul, force Fordham to earn points the hard way at the free throw line. So they're going to make it ugly. They're going to lean on the Fordham Rams and force them to be great here. Again, Jolene Armenda Ruiz with the big-time three. She hit one earlier in the game. It was a bank shot. And she gets her second one to go. Again, as you said before, all of her misses have looked close, but it would have suited Fordham if she got into the game. It would have suited LaSalle, rather, if she got some more shots up. Again, they're in the whole big 21 big points here, 4:55. First media timeout. So we're going to take a quick break. Enough of me talking. We'll be right back on WFUV Sports.
What's up, everyone? I'm Lou Orlando.
I'm Nick Guzman.
And I'm Chaz McAdams.
We're your broadcasters for Fordham men's basketball.
Led by Jackie Johnson, Keith Urgo's Rams are looking to make waves in the 100th anniversary season at the Rose Hill Gym.
We've got you covered for the highs, the lows, the X's and O's as Fordham takes on the gauntlet of the A10.
Don't miss a game. 90.7 FM WFUV is the home of Fordham men's basketball.
Hey sports fans, it's Bobby C. I'm the sports director here at WFUV. From live broadcasts of Fordham athletics to coverage of all the professional sports teams in the NYC, we've got everything a sports fan could ask for. Like talking sports? Check out One on One, New York's longest running sports call-in show, as well as our diverse collection of podcasts. If you're a Fordham student interested in joining our program, feel free to shoot me an email, bobbyc@wfuv.org. And as always, thank you to all of our listeners who support us every week. 90.7 FM is the home of WFUV Sports.
Maya Jones getting her first action here tonight. Redshirt freshman guard, 6 foot, out of Fayetteville, North Carolina. Great positional size with ability to play from just about anywhere on the floor. She stands at 6 feet tall. Just about 13 rebounds on the season plus. And it's been that kind of game for Fordham. They're allowing everybody to touch the floor. 67-46 here in the fourth quarter with just under 5 minutes to play, 4:55 to be exact. I'm Madi Dembele, and I've had a heck of a ride here with one Griffin Stevenson. He's your color guy. And again, Giles Jones is going to be joined by Nelson, Davis, Donaldson, and Wilson Zaltos. Again, as you said, Griffin, she's out there on the double-double watch as Davis gets it to Giles Jones. Pass finds its way to Donaldson in the deep corner, and again, LaSalle here double teaming as much as possible. Giles Jones gets to the basket, puts the shot up, and gets it to go. Maya Giles Jones, the freshman, getting in on the scoring action.
That's what you call instant impact. Great awareness there on the dribble move.
Alyssa Blaylock, wild pass into the corner there. Irene Garcia able to keep it alive. Fox gets the low post touch on Donaldson, and Donaldson hits her hard on the contest as she hits the ground. So she will have an opportunity here at the free throw line to maybe cut some into this deficit. 69-46, 23 here now for the Fordham Rams. 4:19 left to go. Ivy Fox at the free throw line. A 7-1 night for her.
LaSalle must be getting coached by Shea Gilgis-Alexander. They keep getting the line, and I mean, I think it's a winning formula when you're able to hit the free throws, and also I think avoiding some of the defensive miscues, but I think it's definitely something to build off of if you're the Explorers.
As Ivy Fox gets the first one to go, bringing her scoring total to 8, and the Explorers total to 47. Second one is up, second one is back iron, no good as Taya Davis snags the rebound and moves quickly past the center line. Gets it to Donaldson. Now attacking from right to left, top of the key, and throws the pass out of bounds. I think the pass there was intended for Murua. Murua moving away from the basket. Don't know if the mask got in her face there. Miscommunication. So the Explorers and Alyssa Blaylock gonna get another opportunity as she passes the tie line here. Dribble handoff to Garcia. Retreat dribble, working on Giles Jones. 3:54 left on the fourth. Garcia trying to move on Giles Jones, and Taya Davis from behind, taking the basketball away. McGillivray looking for the foul. Standing near half court, he is irate, not happy with that one. And he's gonna get a technical foul here. Mountain McGillivray not happy at all.
I think Mount McGillivray just erupted there, Madi. I think he was not happy with the call. And I respect the official. I mean, you gotta put your foot down at a point. I think she was letting him get his views across, you know. But at a point, you gotta tee him up.
Whether it be Mount Fuji or Mountain Kilimanjaro, Mountain exploded, and Irina Murua is here at the free throw line, and she gets the first technical free throw to fall, bringing her total to 22 all the night, along with 7 rebounds. Second one is up for 23, and it's Pure converting on both technical free throws there, so McGillivray doing more harm than good.
83% from the line is a great stat line, especially in the Rose Hill Gymnasium, I must add. Not a lot of free throw luck, I think, in the Raptors here, but she has done a great job, and it's not luck, it's skill on her part.
As Taya Davis gives it up to Murua. Quickly to Donaldson, who attacks baseline. 71-47, 3:35 in the fourth. Davis surveying the court, making her decision, double move. Gets a three to Irina Murua, who puts it up, and it's going to be no good, but Donaldson pulls down the offensive rebound. Murua is immediately swarmed on the floor. Ladies and gentlemen, bring out your marshmallows and chocolate, because it's a campfire. We'll make some s'mores.
Sing a couple songs, buddy.
Jump ball violation here. LaSalle will get the basketball back.
Got to call the tush push here from the crowd here at Rose. I love that from the, 3 minutes left. 71-47 game. The creative juices start flowing from the crowd, Madi.
Tush push action there. The team from Philadelphia in the whole big, 47-71. If my math serves me correct, 27 points is what separates the two teams. And Garcia's going to pick up the foul on Wilson Saltos. Wilson Saltos with the body contact. More substitutions coming the way of Fordham.
I think she called him back. I think she didn't want him that quickly, Madi. I can't help but wonder. Wilson Saltos 1 rebound away. I'm sure that bench is going to erupt when she gets it.
71-47. Blaylock handing it into Garcia. Garcia trying to wrap around the pass to Ivy Fox, and yet another miscommunication there. So The ball will remain with the Explorers as the ball hits off of Wilson Salto's leg there. Kickball violation. 2:56 to go in this game, and Fox thinks about the three. Cross-court pass there to Jenkins. High post touch there for Ivy Fox. Give and go action with Jenkins. Loses the dribble. Way of Donaldson. And a pile of humanity corrals on the floor there. Another jump ball. And Fordham will get the basketball back.
Flip-flop in possession here as now Coach Rosette Mitchell opts to make some changes.
And again, Shea Harris, Anastasia Veljovic coming into the game. Irina Murwa, Taya Davis taking a seat. Taylor Donaldson doing the same as the seniors get the clap from the Fordham faithful. As the Rams on the floor, Wilson Saltos, Giles Jones, Veljovic, Harris, and Caleb Berry to close this one out.
Shea Harris just laid out.
Alyssa Blaylock, yeah. Harris quickly inside to Emma Wilson Saltos, who fumbles.
She's playing football. It was she had the
Butterfingers,
the football block, and no, Shea Harris, and then the Mahomes-esque powerful pass there a little bit.
Alyssa Blaylock. Past the timeline, 71-47. Lead for Fordham will stand at 27, and Alyssa Blaylock, ill-fated decision stolen away by Maya Giles-Jones as she makes her way past half court. Moving confidently, throws the shot up, but hits the bottom of the rim. And quickly in transition, Zanaya Jenkins breakaway pass, misses the layup, misses the gimme, hearing the footsteps of Shea Harris.
Loud footsteps, I will say, Madi.
As Harris controlling for the Fordham offense, dribble handoff with Veljovic. Now under 2 minutes to play here in the game. Wilson Saltos facing up, makes a move on Brishilak. Scoop shot, no good. And Alyssa Blaylock all alone with the rebound. Moving quickly in transition, puts up the 13-footer, no good. Well, she's a quick handle, shifty handle, but the shot has not fallen for Alyssa Blaylock, and Shea Harris takes it past the maroon script. Working on the smaller Blaylock. Blaylock got hands on ball. Wilson and Jenkins doing the same. Jump ball will go the way of the Explorers. 1:28 left to play.
There's a lot of jump balls in this one, and
Alyssa Blaylock here. Arguing with Shea Harris. A little bit of argument here. Frustration by the LaSalle Brigade.
Now Blaylock getting into it with the fans a little bit too. I think just got to de-escalate the situation here. I wonder what was said. As you mentioned, Blaylock quick on the dribble, trying to get, I think there's a lot of frustration going on, you know what I'm saying, as the season goes down, but let's see if the refs check this one out. It looks like they're just going to leave it as a tech, though.
Leave it as a tech, indeed, and if you're Fordham, no need for the extracurriculars. A big win, a complete wire-to-wire start to finish for head coach Bridgette Mitchell and her unit. Emma Wilson Saltos will take her seat for tonight. Into the game is Carissa Antoine. They'll likely do it for Emma Wilson Saltos. A big game from her, 16 points to go along with 9 rebounds, one shy of the Mystic double-double here. Alyssa Blaylock will continue for the LaSalle Explorers. 71-47, 1:20 left to go in quarter number 4. Blaylock by half court, guarded by Veljovic. Fox cross-court pass to Garcia, who fumbles it, decides to put up the 3. No good. Rattles around the rim. Precious Omashola comes down with the rebound.
Not taking on that moment, but I like, that's leadership from Coach B. She took out Shea Harris. She knows there's no need for anything there, as now
a little bit of contact.
A little bit of contact. And every time now at this stage, anyone runs into each other, you sort of hold your breath.
As Maya Giles-Jones here will go to the line. Again, a lot of contact there. Sanaya Jenkins hitting the floor, kind of colliding into Kayla Berry's right hip there, so she will take a seat. And Amaya Ferguson will get the nod. Again, Maya Giles-Jones here at the free throw line. Redshirt freshman out of Fayetteville, North Carolina, misses the first.
What a way for senior night to go, Mike.
Oh, my God. I got to tell you. Second one is up. Second one is no good, but Precious Omashola nearly gets the rebound. Fumbles it around amongst the trees inside. So it's Prishilak leaving it up to Alyssa Blaylock. Final 58 seconds here, under a minute. 71-47. It's been a stagnant scoring affair, I would say, in the final 5. Neither team able to put out any offense. Miles Giles Jones fouling at the top.
Now both teams in the bonus, Madi.
Again, yeah.
Sorry, Coach Mountain. Still talking to the refs a little bit on the sideline. I wonder, I think, again, we talk about the frustration. I will say though, if you're the coach, there are still good takeaways you can get out of this one.
Yeah.
For example, your transition game has been really solid throughout the match.
Yeah. And so Nia Jenkins gets both to go in. As poor as buckets as you're going to see here. 71-49, final 40 seconds here. Precious Omashola deep in the post, and it's going to be a foul there by Ivy Fox. So again, another stoppage in play. Under a minute, 36.9 seconds left. 71-49, Fordham with yet another chance to extend the lead. And we talk about Mountain McGillivray. Much to be frustrated about. 8-21 currently on the season. And by the looks of things, it's soon to be 8-22. Just 2-15 now in conference at the end of this one. 6-game losing streak. Omashola puts up the shot, and it's just too strong. Hits back iron, then front rim.
I will say, it's a good senior night when it's the youth that's in the game. It's the freshmen. It's the future of this Fordham basketball program.
And Omashola there, making good on the second. Gets it to go. 72-49. 23 big points. A lot of contact between Veljovic and Blaylock. Blaylock finding himself crashing into the cameraman. Head coach with Jed Mitchell pulling it to the side, saying there's no need to foul on that one. No need.
Definitely, Blaylock definitely's got the speed.
Quick handle.
Attacking the basket. I would have liked to see maybe her team up with, in my opinion, I would have liked to see her team up with Fox and then probably Armendariz, just because then you get the quick attack in the paint with also the 2 shooting options out wide.
Yeah, Alyssa Blaylock with that speed and that kind of punch that she provided off the bench. You would have probably liked to see it earlier in this game. Mountain McGillivray drawing up the rotations. That's not for me or you to deliberate, Griff. Final 20 seconds here. Amaya Ferguson. As Precious Omashola with the little push shot. No good there. Omashola Antoine hitting the ground hard. And the final 10 here. Quick pass there. Miscommunication between Blaylock and Jenkins. So Fordham will end the game with possession. Antoine leaving it inside to Amaya Ferguson. Game is now under 5 seconds here. Fordham will hold for the final shot as claps erupt here on senior night. As the stars align and the basketball gods shine bright down on the Fordham Rams as they win big. 72-51, 21-point coffin. It's all she wrote. It murder she wrote. Long kiss goodnight. Fordham getting it done in the Rose Hill Gymnasium.
It was just a great all-around team performance. You had great play on the defensive side of the ball, stopping Salle Explorers from really setting up anything, getting their offensive motion at all. Had to resort to transition play to try and find those good looks. And then, as you mentioned, it was all the forwards today.
Yeah.
Especially Renee Mora and Emily Wilson-Saltos just doing an amazing job, not only crashing the glass, but making those good moves in the paint. Great footwork, putting those shots up, and also tough finishes. Like, showing true grit, and that's exactly what you want to see. Exactly what you want to see out of this team heading into the tournament, as Madi Dembele gives the no-doubt player of the game, Irene Mora, a high five. She's on her way to be interviewed by the other crew here.
Irene Mora having herself a big-time game, and for Fordham, you go big or you go home. It's the forwards doing it for the Fordham lineup tonight. Again, Emma Wilson-Santos herself having a big-time game. Irene Murwa speaking with the ESPN Plus broadcaster. She puts up a monster one. 72-51 Griffin.
Hey, vibes are high right now, Madi. That's all I'm going to say. This is my last broadcast of the season, most likely. We're having fun with that here, and this Fordham Rams team is having fun with it, and that's the most important part. I think, really, in my time here at Fordham, I don't really remember a time going into a tournament where there's this much, I think, pride surrounding the team and this much confidence in the abilities. And that's what's great is these players know they have what it takes to shake things up.
Yeah. I mean, you talk about it, again, they've dealt with injuries, they dealt with the lowest of lows before them. Here they are, they stand in the Rose Hill Gymnasium as happy as can be on senior night. The team standing by center court. I think it's going to be a little bit of a presentation here. Rams win, and ladies and gentlemen, for a third time, head coach Bridgette Mitchell, Rams win. That's going to do it here for us on the broadcast. Mary Hannah Gallagher on sideline reporting, Griffin Stevenson as your color analyst, and I have been Madi Dembele. That's going to do it. That's all she wrote. Good night and good game.